college students are working out from their home or, you know, leaving their home to go work out?
I'm guessing, but I know that a lot of people come in here probably 3 to 5 times a week. And I would say that 5 times a week is a good goal to have. More than that is excellent. And like I said, I really think it's important to make it be a part of your life and not some drill that you have to perform, you have to do, just another duty you have to do in life. It should really be something that you like.
Okay, and how would you recommend students doing that, you know, in their dorm room in a small space? It's freezing cold outside, they don't want to leave.
You don't need a lot of equipment. A mat, a Pilates mat, you don't even have to have a Pilates mat, you can have a towel. You can have a towel and lie down on the towel. There are all kinds of calisthenics exercises you can do. Do you want me to show them now?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and show me some?
Well, let me start from the beginning, which is cardiovascular. The first thing you want to do is some kind of cardiovascular exercise. So you can incorporate that into your day life, like walking to class fast, taking the stairs, parking far away, but not too far away at night, of course. Be safe. But to keep about 30 minutes at your target heart rate. So anything you can do to do that. And you can take your heart rate by measuring at your carotid or on your wrist or over your heart. Or you can use different formulas, like you should feel comfortable that you can breathe, that you should be able to talk to someone. Okay. But you should still feel challenged. So anyway, 30 minutes of something cardio. And it really doesn't matter what it is as long as your heart rate is up.
And so are you basically saying that all they wouldn't even need to go buy anything extra to work out in their dorm room?
No, you don't have to go buy anything. You can if you want to, and that's great, because things are a lot cheaper nowadays than when I was in school, that's for sure. But you could use, you know, this bottle of water, for example, is 9 ounces, a pint. You could get a large bottle of water, or even that bottle of water, fill it with water, fill it with sand, fill it with dirt, and there you have some hand weights. Guys could use, sounds silly, but you could use a chair. You could use a folding chair or a light chair if a guy who wants to build muscle. Women usually want to tone and slim down, guys want to build, so they want to know how they can do it. You could lift a chair as long as you're careful and you bend your knees, use correct posture, pull your abdominals in, keep your hip bones tucked under, and really use your legs. You could lift a chair to do squats. I mean, it's something you've got right there. It sounds hilarious, but you could use it. You can do all sorts of exercises with this. Bicep curls, you can do your shoulders this way. And you can also do things with a towel. So you could do this, I mean, pretend this is a towel. You could do the same thing with this. It's going to be a little different because you're not going to have that resistance. But you can still kind of use the towel.
How does that work for your muscles if you just use a towel? Is it just the repetition?
It's again, you're pulling on the towel.
Okay.
So it's not really the resistance of the towel so much as reminding your muscles to contract and pull down.
Do you think that people will see better results with the resistance?
Yes, definitely.
Than with a towel?
Definitely.
So if they could, what would that be, like 5 bucks?
I think these are more like 12.
Okay.
They're a good one with the handles. And if you're going to buy one, I would say get a good one because you don't want it to snap, you don't want it to break. And I mean, mine's lasted me, I've had mine for 15 years. So.
What are some other exercises you could do if somebody were to go buy a resistance?
A resistance band? Well, all of your arms, so triceps. I mean, I could go into the correct form and stuff, but that's what I'm saying. It would take me forever to really tell you everything I need to tell you. Triceps, just quickly, you want your back arm behind you, top arm, elbows close to the head, and then you're pulling, working the back of the arms and the triceps. These 4, can I say? To work the back or the lats, which guys like to do, they like to have big lats on their backs. You pull the resistance behind you, pull the tubing behind you, and then you can pull it in front. And that goes up. And that goes with the same, probably 12 repetitions, 3 sets. It's good. But I really like the rubber bands because you do better form than you do if you're doing weights. It kind of makes you better form. Squats. Women like to do leg lifts. I'm trying to do everything standing since I'm standing. You can use the bands to help you pull and push, to do outer thighs and inner thighs, and that kind of thing. Or you can take the tube and lie down. They make some tubing that's already tied. It's already small like this. Scoot, scoot. And you tie it, and you can do your leg lifts this way. And all this does is add resistance. But, you know, it kind of depends on what you want. If you need a fast workout, these are really great, because then you don't have to that way. Another way you could do inner thigh is, now we're getting into some Pilates stuff right now. But crossing the top leg over and pulling the bottom leg up.
Okay.
And these you really don't need much resistance once you've done 12 of these.
What's
With the right
that
form, with your foot flexed and your heel really pressed up to the ceiling. The male-female tendencies, I'm not saying everybody's that way, but you know, women usually want to lose weight, tone down, slim up. Men want to build big muscle. So for men, they usually want to do their weight training first, and then do their cardiovascular, because basically they're focusing more on their on building the muscle, whereas women want to do the cardiovascular first and then do the toning. Standard exercises are still the best. A push-up, a well-performed push-up is one of the best exercises you can do for the whole body. Excuse me. For example, something that we do in Pilates, you can do in a dorm room because there's enough room. I try to work standing tall, and then we do what's called a roll down. Walk out into a plank position, and just this right here, beginning movement for a push-up. It's working your abdominals and your rear end, keeping your back straight. All of your muscles are engaged here. You can do one push-up, and then walk back and go again. So, you know, people are scared off about push-ups, but Pilates, we do push-ups and we make them look beautiful. So things like that. Another kind of push-up for the triceps to do is on the knees, where you reach out and you're doing a push-up on your knees, but your elbows are coming down close to your body. It's not necessarily the number of repetitions you do, but the quality of each repetition. You should be able to get a really good workout in, I would say, 30 minutes, a short amount of time. You could get a really, really good workout in 30 minutes, but you've got to be focused on that.
Okay. What about the plank, is that what you call it?
Plank, yeah.
What is that? Like, if you want to show that for...
That one is, it's from yoga and Pilates, I'm sure many other disciplines. But it's a balancing exercise, and if you're just standing in plank, you're working the abdominal muscles right here. What I call in Pilates the navel to spine connection.
Now that looks like something that would be super easy to do when you're watching TV in your dorm room.
Yes.
How often would you, or how long would you hold that for? 30 seconds, and how many reps of that would you do?
Those I would hold until you're fatigued and you can't do it anymore.
So in my story, it's safe for me to say that students can work out with just their bathroom towel and a couch pillow.
Yeah.
Or a pillow that they sleep on at night, which every person has. So there can be no excuse that they can say, I can't afford to get it, I don't have it.
Right. And I would even go beyond that, and I would say all you need is your body. You mean, because there are plenty of isometric exercises you can do without any kind of resistance whatsoever. A push-up is a perfect example.